The Multiverse Hypothesis. Hello and welcome. Have you ever had a moment of profound déjà vu? A feeling so strong it's less like a memory and more like a whisper from another life? Or perhaps you've stood at a crossroads, a moment of monumental decision, to take that job, to move to that city, to say, "I love you" to that person, and felt the gravity of the path not taken. What if I told you that in a very real, scientific, and yet utterly magical sense, you did take that other path? Today, we are diving into one of the most breathtaking ideas to ever emerge from the human mind, the Multiverse Hypothesis. This isn't just science fiction. It is a serious, though speculative, extension of our deepest understandings of reality. It suggests that our universe, with its hundreds of billions of galaxies, each with hundreds of billions of stars, might be just a single bubble in a cosmic ocean of frothing, infinite realities. Let's begin not with complex equations, but with a story, your story. Imagine your life as a book. This book is the story you've lived. The pages are filled with your joys, your sorrows, your choices. Now imagine that every single time you came to a decision, no matter how small, the book split into two. In one version, you turned left. In another, you turned right. In one, you were brave. In another, you were cautious. In one, you are watching this video right now. In another, perhaps you are the one making it. According to one interpretation of the multiverse, this isn't just a metaphor. It's reality. Every possible outcome of every possible event actually happens. Somewhere, out there, in the vastness of all that is, there is a version of you who is a famous rock star. Another is a quiet farmer. One is living a life of unimaginable luxury, while another is a humble philosopher. In one reality, the dinosaurs were never wiped out, and intelligent reptiles gaze at their own strange stars. In another, you never existed at all. This idea, often called the many worlds interpretation, paints a picture of a reality that is constantly branching, splitting, diverging into an infinite tapestry of what if. It means that every possibility, no matter how remote, finds a home in its own universe. It means that reality is not a single, linear narrative, but an endless, simultaneous chorus of every story that could ever be told. So, where does this mind-bending idea get its fuel? It sprouts from the most mysterious and magical realm of science, the quantum world. The quantum world is the domain of the impossibly small, the realm of atoms and particles. And this realm operates under rules that seem more like fantasy than physics. Here, particles can be in two places at once. They can teleport, in a sense, from one point to another without crossing the space in between. They're governed by probability and potential. The classic example is Schrödinger's cat. A cat is in a box with a radioactive atom. If the atom decays, the cat dies. If it doesn't, the cat lives. According to quantum rules, until we open the box and look, the atom is in a state of superposition. It has both decayed and not decayed. Therefore, the cat is both alive and dead. It's only the act of our observation, of our peeking into the box, that forces reality to choose one outcome. But the many worlds interpretation offers a different and, frankly, more glorious solution. It says that the moment the experiment is set up, the universe splits. In one universe, you open the box and find a purring, happy cat. In another parallel universe, you open the box and find a tragic outcome. There is no collapse. There is only division. Both realities are equally real. They simply cease to interact with one another, sailing off on their own cosmic currents. Think about that for a moment. Every second, with every quantum event, trillions upon trillions of times over, new universes are budding off from the old. The cosmos is in a state of perpetual creative explosion, not just in space, but in the very dimensions of possibility. But that's just one flavor of the multiverse. Another, perhaps even more grand, is the concept of eternal inflation and the bubble universe multiverse. Our Big Bang, the event that gave birth to our entire cosmos 13.8 billion years ago, might not have been a unique event. Imagine the greater cosmos, the multiverse, as an infinite, bubbling cauldron of space-time. This cauldron is filled with a strange high-energy field. Like a pot of boiling water, pockets of this field randomly cool down. And when they do, they trigger their own Big Bangs, inflating into their own self-contained universes, each with its own bubble of space and time. Our entire universe, from the farthest quasar to the closest star, is just one of these bubbles. And we are floating in an infinite foam of other bubbles, other universes. Now, here is where it becomes truly mystical. Each of these bubble universes could have entirely different laws of physics. In our universe, we have certain constants: the strength of gravity, the speed of light, the charge of an electron. These values seem finely tuned, almost miraculously, to allow for the existence of stars, planets, and life. But in other bubbles, the laws could be different. In one, gravity might be so strong that entire universes collapse back on themselves in an instant. In another, the forces that hold atoms together might be too weak, so that matter never forms. These would be dead universes, vast, dark, and empty. But in others, the laws might be just slightly different, giving rise to realities we can barely dream of. Universes with 6 dimensions of space. Universes where time runs backwards, or in loops. Universes made of different kinds of matter and energy, with colors we cannot see and forces we cannot feel. Our universe works because its rules allow for our existence. This is known as the Anthropic Principle. We shouldn't be surprised to find ourselves in a universe that can support us, just as a fish shouldn't be surprised to find itself in water. The multiverse provides a stunning answer to the question of, why is our universe so perfect for life? It's not perfect. It's just one of countless possibilities that happen to be right. We are the lucky ones, living in a garden variety universe that allows for consciousness to bloom. Now let's push even further into the mystical. What if our universe, in all its vastness, isn't what it seems? What if this incredible, three-dimensional reality we experience, the feel of the wind on your skin, the depth of a starry night, the vastness of a galaxy, is actually a projection, a cosmic hologram? This is the holographic principle. It suggests that all the information that makes up our 3D universe, every star, every planet, every one of your thoughts and memories, is actually encoded on a 2-dimensional surface that surrounds us, like the event horizon of a black hole or the very boundary of the universe. Think of it like a credit card hologram. The flat, shiny surface holds all the information needed to create a stunning 3D image. In the same way, our reality might be a magnificent, dynamic hologram projected from the outer shell of our cosmic bubble. If this is true, it has a shocking implication for the multiverse. Each of those bubble universes in the cosmic foam could be its own self-contained hologram. And the greater multiverse, it would be a library of holographic projections, each with its own unique set of laws, its own unique story. The link between these ideas, the holographic principle and the multiverse, is the subject of my deepest research, and it forms the core of my book, which I'll tell you about at the end. So, we have a quantum multiverse of branching paths, and an inflationary multiverse of bubbling realities, and perhaps a holographic multiverse of projected illusions. This is staggering science. But I want to talk about what it means for the soul. For millennia, mystics, shamans, and philosophers have spoken of other realms, the afterlife, the astral plane, the world of dreams, the land of the Fae. They described realities layered on top of our own, sometimes touching, sometimes interacting. They spoke of doppelgangers and spirit doubles. Could it be that this ancient, intuitive wisdom was sensing the faint echoes of the multiverse? That when we dream, or during moments of profound meditation, or near-death experience, the veil between these cosmic bubbles thins, and we catch glimpses of our other selves, our other lives. The multiverse hypothesis gives a new, scientific vocabulary to the oldest of human mysteries. It suggests that synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences, might be resonances from a parallel timeline. That intuition might be information leaking from a version of you who already knows the outcome. That the feeling of a presence or a ghost might be a momentary overlap with a reality where someone is still there. It redefines the concept of death. If every possibility is realized, then the end of your story in this universe is not the end. It is simply the closing of one chapter in an infinite volume set. Your consciousness, in another branch, continues. And what about fate? What about destiny? In an infinite multiverse, everything that can happen does happen. So, in a sense, all destinies are fulfilled. You are living every possible version of your life. The you that is a hero, and the you that is a villain. The you that soars, and the you that falls. There is no wrong path, because every path is taken. There is only the path you are conscious of now. This realization is the ultimate liberation. It removes the weight of regret and the anxiety of the future. You are, right now, exactly where you are meant to be in this particular strand of the cosmic web. We are standing at a precipice. For the first time in human history, we are developing the intellectual and mathematical tools to not just imagine other worlds, but to potentially test for their existence. The strange patterns in the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang, could be the bruises from a collision with another bubble universe. Experiments with particle accelerators might one day find evidence of extra dimensions or hidden realities. But even without definitive proof, the power of the multiverse idea is undeniable. It tells us that reality is infinitely more strange, more vast, and more magical than we ever dared to believe. It expands our sense of self from a single, fleeting individual to a timeless, multidimensional being experiencing itself from an infinite number of perspectives. You are not a solitary soul adrift in a cold, empty cosmos. You are the focal point of a cosmic story playing out across countless stages. Every choice you make is sacred, not because it's the only one, but because it defines the unique, beautiful, and singular reality that you are consciously creating in this very moment. This reality, right here, right now, is your chosen adventure in the infinite garden of forking paths. So, live it with wonder, live it with courage, and know that somewhere in the shimmering depths of the multiverse, every other version of you is cheering you on. If this journey into the multiverse has sparked something in you, if you felt that whisper of a connection to your infinite selves, then please help this channel become a beacon for curious minds. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps us grow and continue this exploration. And I want to hear from you. The multiverse is a vast idea. What resonates with you the most? The thought of other versions of yourself? The mystical implications? The sheer cosmic scale? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a conversation that spans realities. For those of you who feel the call to dive even deeper, to explore the most cutting-edge intersection of the holographic principle and the multiverse, I have written a book. It's called Holographic Multiverse. And in it, I lay out a vision of reality that is both scientifically grounded and profoundly mystical. We explore how our universe might truly be a projection, and what that means for consciousness, for God, and for your place in the grand scheme of everything. The link to purchase the book is in the video description below. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Remember to look up at the stars tonight and feel the connection, not just to the cosmos out there, but to the infinite cosmos of possibility within you. Until next time.